Hi Gemini, happy early birthday to those of you who celebrate in May, and welcome to your May 2020 Astrology 33 bonus love reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you interested in booking a personal reading with me, I'm actually going to be taking a bit of a break from those, but keep an eye out on the community section of the channel where I'll make an update if I start those up again soon. Or worst case, by the time I do the June videos, I'll give you guys an update there. As far as what we have in front of us, this is what I call the bridge and a gap spread, and the way it works is the cards on the left side represent your energy toward the connection with your main love interest. Cards on the right side represent their energy toward the connection. These are the past energies, present energies, future energies. And when we get through all those, we'll actually pull some oracle cards to gain some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as for the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And also keep in mind it is a general reading, so while I'm going to refer to these cards as your energy and then the cards on the right side as their energy, if you feel like the energy should be reversed, then definitely trust that intuitively, alright? So starting with the past energy on your side, we have Grace and Four of Arrows. So this is actually the equivalent of the Star card, and this is the equivalent of the Four of Swords. So we have some Aquarius energy and some Libra energy. But what I feel like was going on here, given that this is the card that comes after the Tower, this could just be saying that you guys might have been going through a healing process in the past, especially if you take the artwork from this deck in particular into consideration. So could just be saying that you guys were healing from a possible heartbreak from the recent past as well, because this is the card that comes after the Three of Swords too, and we see the three arrows up on the wall there, right? So this could just be saying that, you might have been healing from a situation in the past, most likely another relationship, but it could have been any area of life, technically. Past energy on their side, we got a lot of cards. You have the Knave of Swords, which is the equivalent of the Page of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the King of Wands. So on the one hand, given that you both have the Four of Swords, it's possible that both of you were healing from previous connections when you first met each other. That's certainly a possibility. But with the Knave of Swords and Ace of Wands energy, I feel like this is probably a very, sexual, communicative type of relationship in the past. Maybe you guys hit it off sexually very early on. That's certainly a possibility. And we have the King of Wands there, so it could have been a Leo you were dealing with, possibly any fire sign, or it's possible that they were healing from a relationship with Leo as well, I guess. But yeah, that's what I'm picking up on primarily, was that, there was a very passionate sexual type of connection in the past. Present energy on your side, we have the Seven of Staves in reverse. So when this is in the upright, this usually represents being able to victoriously defend yourself. And with this in the reverse, I feel like this could just be saying that for some of you, maybe you're still, in a way, going through that healing process. And maybe this is saying that, maybe this is someone who's very persistent, and maybe they were actually pretty aggressive in pursuing you. And maybe now you just, you feel like you can keep your walls up against them. That's certainly one way that could be coming across, especially because the present energy on their side is the Eight of Wands. So that usually represents a lot of communication coming in, a lot, just taking action as well. This is Sagittarius energy, so between this and the King of Wands, quite a bit of fire energy too, so that to me goes to show that this person most likely was the aggressor in the situation. But yeah, that's what I'm feeling like here. Could just be saying that they're very passionate about you and they were very persistent, so even if you weren't necessarily ready in the past, this could just be saying that now they are, actually getting you to bring your walls down a bit and open up some. So that could be what's going on there. All right, future energy on your side, we have the Prince of Cups. So this is actually the equivalent of the Knight of Cups, which is Pisces energy. So this could just be saying that maybe you guys actually are going to open up to them and finally express your feelings to them, and possibly make a love offer to them as well. given that for you guys, Pisces is your 10th house of career and social status, this could just be saying that, maybe you guys, now that your walls are down, maybe you actually asked them um, to be in a bit more of a serious connection. I mean, most people think seventh house is like marriage and partnerships, but 10th house could also point to serious types of connections as well. So that could be what's at play there. And I mean, given that this is Pisces energy too, this could just be pointing to the fact that there's quite a bit of energy going on in your 12th house too. We have the Sun in Taurus, Mercury's moving through there. You guys are ruled by Mercury. So it could be pointing to that as well. Future energy on their side, we have the Seven of Wands and then the Nine of Pentacles. So really what I'm seeing here, to be honest with you, I feel like this is someone who, again, the Seven of Wands, we were talking about that with this card here. When it's in the upright, it usually represents being able to defend yourself successfully, you know, experiencing some level of victory. And it's more Leo energy too, I should point that out. So yeah, it could be another indicator you're dealing with a Leo. But this card with the Nine of Pentacles in combination makes me feel like this might be someone who's non-committal. So, it could be one of those things where, in the past, this was probably just primarily a sexual connection, right? Like I said, maybe you guys were getting over something in the past, and maybe they're still all about that part of the connection, but anything more serious than that, they might actually try to fight it off and avoid it. But I do feel like they still do want part of the connection. So I feel like, for them, they'd much rather be more of like a casual friends with benefits type thing. The reason I say that is the Nine of Pentacles energy is all about being single as well. But then the artwork here stands out to me where it's like they're cutting a strand. Oh, sorry. Let me see if I can get it to focus. He's cutting a strand of her hair. You know what I mean? So that makes me think of basically saying that they want to keep a piece of you with them. So that's why I feel like primarily there with these two cards together, where, maybe now that you're finally, you let your walls down and you reveal feelings, they're like, yeah, let's just gotta keep it more casual. That's what I'm feeling like is going on with the situation. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Staves. So, again, more Leo energy here. And this could just be saying that this is your focus, this person. Or, to be fair, we could be seeing a lot of this Leo energy because that's your third house of communication, too. Because at the very least, I did say that in the past, it looks like this was a very communicative type of connection. And the bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Seven of Swords. So, a lot of times, traditionally, the Seven of Swords is seen as a card pointing to deception. And in this deck in particular, doesn't necessarily point to that, though. It's more of a fact of two people not being on the same page, and that's saying that it would take some patience for them to get there. So yes, on the one hand, this could point to the fact that maybe they gave you the impression that they would want to be in a serious relationship, and then when you finally got there too, they totally changed up on you. Like, oh no, I'd rather just keep it more casual. But I don't necessarily think that's it. I just feel like they might be more of that casual type that, well, let's just say they're non-committal, right? That's why I feel like, so they probably do have genuine feelings there, but at the same time, they might not be the commitment type. And that could be where the disconnect might be with the two of you, where maybe you have decided that you'd want to have something more serious with them, but now they're, a little bit skittish about it. And then, interestingly enough, at the beneath that, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card. So, could just be saying that maybe they'll come around eventually too. But yeah, that's what I see there. And let's see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. So first we'll see if we get anything from the Mystic Moon Oracle deck here. And for those of you who haven't seen this type of reading from me before, I actually do pre-shuffle this deck before I start recording. And what I'm looking for is just some jumpers. So first I'll be looking for any unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And if I shuffle for a while and nothing's coming up, I just take that as a sign to keep moving. And we'll move on to the next Oracle deck. So let's see if we get anything. Like I said, first we're looking for any unspoken messages from you to them. Got one there. All right, and let's see if we get any unspoken messages from them to you now. Okay, nothing coming up yet, but I'll give a few more shuffles. Yep, nothing coming up there. So let's see what we got on your side. Okay. We have, I can't seem to find the right words to say to you. So, interesting. I mean, I will say maybe in the past when you were going through the healing process, you might have felt that way. And then possibly even with the Seven of Staves being in reverse. This can be someone who leaves you a bit flustered. Like I said, it seems like they're very persistent in getting what they want. But then at the same time, non-committal, right? So maybe when you come forward with that Prince of Cups offer, you might feel like you're stumbling over your words a little bit. Keep in mind, you guys are going to have Venus retrograde in your sign too, so that could throw things out of whack a little bit when it comes to your love lives. But yeah, that's what we have there. And then let's see what we get from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So same situation here. I did pre-shuffle this deck, and here I'm just looking for one card, and we'll wrap up. Okay, nothing's coming up yet, but I'll give it a few more shuffles. In worst case with this deck, I will pull a card, so we can just pull a random one if no jumpers come up. Alright, so yeah, let's just pull one. So give me a second to put the deck down. And what I'll do is we'll just pick a random card from the deck. Alright, so okay, we have Time to Go. There's the artwork, and the number is 45. So interesting there. I could definitely see before we even read the messages where that might be the case, where, like I said, it looks like once they finally get you to the point where you actually are ready for more serious commitment, then all of a sudden with that Seven of Wands and Nine of Pentacles energy, it looks like they're like, yeah, no, I'd just rather keep it like a friends with benefits thing. So something to keep in mind there for those of you who are looking for something more serious. Looks like maybe this wouldn't be the person for that. Something to keep in mind there, but let's see what the actual book says. Okay, it says endings, completion, walking away from something because there is nothing else to learn or experience. The Oracle's message: you are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There is nothing left for you to do, be, or experience in your present circumstances. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you. So definitely an interesting message there, and hopefully that resonated with you guys. But let's see what the actual relationship message says. It says it's over, or at the very least, the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person. This is a time of letting go, of knowing that the journey has come to its conclusion. That doesn't mean anything is lost. Although this card could speak to a breakup, drifting apart, or the end of a soul contract, it is more about release than destruction. Remember the saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If not, it never was. Endings are always a sign of new beginnings. If you want something deeper, walk away. Yeah, so I mean, that last sentence pretty much sums up what I was saying before, too, with the Prince of Cups and then them with the Seven of Wands and Nine of Nine of Pentacles energy. So, I mean, sorry it isn't a better reading for you guys, especially for those of you who do celebrate your birthday in May, but maybe it's better to find it out now than later, right? And hopefully the June reading will be better for you guys. But we'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. Happy early birthday once again. All right, bye.